Monday, April 28th. I picked tail of the tail in race number one at Finger Lakes, first race of their meet for 2025. And unfortunately, tail of the tail was scratched. And his entry mate did run, but I did say in the video yesterday I much preferred tail of the tail. So there was no play today, and you can see that on the bankroll. It still in the same place as the day before. Be a $6 wager on tomorrow's picks, and I'm actually going to make two selections at Churchill, and see if we get some luck there. First pick will be in race number 7, which is an allowance race for non-winners of one, other than going 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. And my pick will be number 7, Rocketeer, the 4-year-old colt. It's had 6 career starts, 1 win, 1 second, 2/3, and it run pretty well in five of the 6 races. Last time out, uh, faded badly in the stretch to get beaten 8 lengths going a mile. And this colt won his career debut going 7 furlongs at Keeneland. Won by 4 lengths in a field of 11 back in October of 23. Had a long layoff to April of 24. Was back at Keeneland going a mile and a 16th and missed by less than a length. Then took another little break till June 9th of 2024 at Churchill, going a mile and a 16th in a grade 3 in a field of 8, and had the lead going into the stretch and faded to finish 4th. Then had a couple starts at Saratoga, each going a mile and an 1/8, finishing 2nd and 3rd in fields of 7. And then had another layoff till October 12th last year with that race at Aqueduct, where faded pretty badly in the stretch. And horses changed barns, had been trained by Brad Cox and now trained by Safi Joseph, who's a very, very good trainer. Brisnet has him winning with 31% of the runners making first start for him. And there's been a sample of 116 such times where that has happened. And winning with 31% of 116 is rather impressive. And it's interesting that he cuts this colt back to 6 furlongs. Being by Curlin, certainly that would make one think that the horse should be better off going longer distances, certainly going at least a mile and maybe even longer. But had trouble finding the winner's circle going longer, and Safi cuts his colt back to 6 furlongs, and I think that's a very interesting move. And we get see how that pans out. Is on the morning line 4-1, and I think you should get pretty much all of that in this particular field. My second pick is in race 8 at Churchill. So as you're seeing the sire stats there on the screen, can fit both race 7 and race 8 on the screen. And race 8 is optional claim or $100,000, non-winners of 3 for 3-year-olds and up, going a mile and an 1/8 on the turf. And my top pick is number 9, Event Detail. 5-year-old horse. He's had 9 career starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds. Only one start on the turf, and that was going a mile and a half at Keeneland, and ran decently, beaten 4 lengths in a field of 11, going a mile and a half on the turf. I like the fact that 5-year-old horse rallied to win by a couple lengths, going a mile at Turfway last time out, so on the all-weather surface. And in the previous start, missed by a neck at Turfway. The horse has done quite well over the all-weather surface at Turfway with 2 wins in 2 seconds from 4 starts. And quite often, horses that like all-weather surfaces also do well on turf. And this 5-year-old horse, the sire being City of Light, there's definitely a good turf breeding there. And you can see event detail in race number 8, the sire City of Light, 60 turf winners over the last 3 years, 18% coming at 9 to 10 furlongs, 77% with the purse greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 113 or 13% above average for getting winners on 23 to 36 days rest. So all the stats are perfectly fine, and certainly the distance suits this particular horse in this 9 furlong turf race. While we're on the sire page, we'll look back at race number 7 and Rocketeer, the sire Curlin, 301 winners of this type of race, which is a non-maiden dirt race for older horses. Uh, only 15% have come at 6 furlongs, which makes sense. Curlin does get more winners going longer. 52% when the purse is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 142 or 42% above average for getting winners on greater than 60 days rest. So going to the broodmare sire stats for Rocketeer, the broodmare sire is Indian Charlie, 507 winners over the last 3 years, 29% at the distance, 27% in the purse category, and the layoff figure of 140, a nice 40% above average for getting winners on greater than 60 days rest. And in race number 8, event detail, the broodmare sire is Into Mischief. 72 turf winners over the last 3 years were listed with Into Mischief as the broodmare sire. 4% came at 9 to 10 furlongs, 63% when the purse is greater than $50,000. And you can see that's the best in this field, tied with Galileo, the broodmare sire on the one horse. So horses that have Into Mischief as their broodmare sire, a large percentage of them win higher pursed races. 100, the layoff figure is 126, 26% above average for getting winners on 23 to 36 days rest. And finally, over to the trainer. First in race 7, Rocketeer, Safi Joseph. 296 winners of this type of race over the last 3 years. 18% at 6 furlongs, 57% when the purse is greater than $50,000, and 259 the layoff figure, or 2.5 times the average for getting winners on greater than 60 days rest. He knows how to get them ready. And you see Bob Baffert's got about the same layoff figure, the trainer for March of Time. And of course, Bob Baffert's horses will attract a lot of money. That's why I think we'll get a good 4-1 on Rocketeer. In race 8, the trainer for event detail is William Walden. 11 turf winners over the most recent 3 years. None at 9 to 10 furlongs, but it is a small sample. and 45% when the person is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 91, or just slightly below average. So those are my two picks. If perchance they take race 8 off the turf, uh, I would say there is no play, because I looked at it as a turf race. So that's it. Uh, make it a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.